Today we're going to be talking about community policing and the concept of community policing. With me is my police squad. You can pan the room and see that there's more than 2 people here, please. One. Okay. What we're going to be talking about today is what I'm going to be talking about is community policing and the history of community policing and how community policing can affect law enforcement agencies in a positive role. The Violent Control Act of 1994 was established by the Department of Justice in Congress, and basically what they had done was they had passed about an $8.8 billion monetary funds for law enforcement so that they could boost a concept called community policing. In the 1960s and 70s, our vehicles began to be equipped with radios and vehicle radios, and we became equipped with handheld radios. You found the police officer at this time no longer was involved in neighborhoods. They were more involved with answering calls for service and were dispatched to a large geographical area. What happened over time is as we became more efficient and technology became more efficient, we were able to travel farther distances and cover more distances. And it was, the officer basically became a nameless face in the community. And the officer no longer had positive interaction with the citizen. They had more of one time they had an interaction with the citizens when they had a problem. So you were covering a large geographical area. You didn't have that personal interaction when you were working a smaller beat because of the radios and the technology. What ends up happening is that we lose touch with the community we were serving. So in 1994, the government did a big study prior to that, and they realized that we needed to get more officers on the street. So they passed this Violent Crime Control Act in 1994 and established a lot of money and put it out there for the law enforcement agencies. They took a three-pronged approach. What they wanted to do was they wanted to educate. They wanted to educate the officers. They wanted to educate the public, and they wanted to educate other government agencies. They wanted to use partnerships, community partnerships, throughout the United States. They were able to bring together through education for officers, through grants. They were able to put more officers on the street. They were able to, with this money, they were able to take and partner with private businesses, get with grants, community members, community groups, and other government agencies. Our agency actually in 1995 received a community policing grant, and we were able to hire 5 police officers, 1 sergeant, 4 police officers. Through this grant, we were able to fund 4 officers completely from their uniforms. The only thing the grant didn't buy was their car, it didn't buy their gun, and it didn't buy their underwear and socks. Otherwise, the grant paid for everything else and a supervisor. The 5th person was a sergeant. It was a 5-year disseminating grant. It helped our agency move forward in a positive direction. It also had the officers go to school. One of the mandates was the officers had to go to school and learn some different new concepts and philosophies. And the community policing philosophy is about partnership. We as law enforcement, a lot of times hear community policing and you look at it as a dirty word because we see it as, oh, officer friendly, oh, hug a thug. We've heard all these different types of adages that go along with it. Actually, the concept of community policing is not about officer friendly or hug a thug. It's about putting the officer back into the community and getting the officer involved in the community along with other agencies, government agencies like code enforcement, like we do here, like church civic groups, and it basically becomes problem solving. You come across a problem, how do you solve the problem? And we just don't always, when we in law enforcement have gotten accustomed to just arresting our way out of the problem. Long term, it doesn't work. We found that out over many, many years and many, many studies. Arresting our way out of the problem doesn't work because we just keep arresting the same people. We know that about 20% of society commits about 85% of the crimes. So if we can solve the problem by establishing partnerships with other agencies and open lines of communication with each other, we're able to solve the problem, the big problem. The Lina Lane project is a prime example. We had a cul-de-sac, a street with a cul-de-sac on it, that was had an extreme high crime rate, and through partnerships with high drug, high crime area, and with partnerships with code enforcement with the city, with the water department, with TV cable, with animal control, along with the electric company, and with all these agencies, along with government housing, and the majority of this street was rental property. But we partnered with all these agencies, and we were able to clean the street up. We are coming with the city beautification and replant plants. We repaved the street, put up additional street lights, and reduced crime by over 800%. That is what community policing philosophy is about. There was a lot of tough love with that, with that concept there. We put a lot of people in jail that didn't belong in the area. We were able to, the landlords weren't very happy because they had to put new roofs on buildings, they had to paint buildings, they had to put new fences up, they had to spend a lot of money. There was nothing nice about that. They didn't appreciate that too much, but in the long run, they were able to raise the rent in the area. They were able to have better property, better looking property, and obtain better clients, better renters. Animal control came in. We took it, made it a safer neighborhood because we had a lot of stray dogs running in the neighborhood. We were able to take in animal control, ticketed a bunch of people. They were able to come in and remove a lot of the dangerous pit bulls. We had some fighting going on there, pit bull fighting going on there. We were also able to, using the philosophy of coming together in partnerships, we partnered with Section 8. Section 8 was able to come in and help out some of the landlords with good quality tenants instead of some of the tenants they were putting in there that were causing the problems. So it was a positive program. It was a positive project, and it basically encompassed the community policing concept. Any questions so far?
Yeah. What's the statistics of this program? What do they resolve by going into this community policing deal?
Like I said, when we went into Lina Lane, the primary project of Lina Lane, we reduced crime in that particular area by 800%. Along with community policing, we put more police officers on the road, and with the philosophy, we were able to reduce crime. If you notice, over the years, the crime rate has been reduced. Violent crime has been reduced across the nation, and so has property crimes across the nation. Different places have different crime rates.
Is this program implemented across the
United
States?
Yes, it is. It was a nationwide implementation. Basically, it is a problem-solving concept and a philosophy. Okay. This will conclude. Anybody got any other questions? Okay, this will conclude the speech. Thank you.
Good job.